You know, that center is my favorite part. Look at that gooey center.
Welcome back, YouTube. Listen, let's get right into it, all right? Measurements will be in the description. You know the drill. Now, I think it's really important and people getting confused, but all I'm doing here, this process is called feeding the yeast and activating it. This is dry active yeast, okay? So you have to activate it a little bit with liquid and some sugar of some sort. So anyway, let's hop right into it. I'm gonna make my dough here. Like I said, recipe and description will be in below. And I actually cut this recipe with some whole wheat flour because I wanted to give it a shot. Now, with my while my dough is working, I'm gonna make the filling, and this time I'm actually using softened butter. Last time I did this, I used melted butter and I melted it, and it was kind of like a sauce I was putting on the cinnamon rolls, but I wanted to do it differently because I thought it would be kind of neat to check it out. Now, I just made my dough, and while that's going, I'm gonna make my cream cheese filling. Now, believe it or not, I wanted to cut some of the calories out of this cream cheese filling, so in the description, I have all of the ingredients, but I actually left the 2 sticks of butter out of it because I don't want to be a fat ass, and I used light cream cheese. So anyway, or low fat cream cheese, I should say. So from there, listen, it's super easy, but I wanted to show this because this is where it gets intimidating, but honestly, it's really not. You know, I don't have a sheeter. I'm not using any measurements. I'm just rolling it out, man. It's cinnamon rolls. And I think what's really important is making sure that your surface is floured properly, but not too floured so the dough just slides around. And then here I get it to as thin as I want, and then I'm going to trim off the edges because I am OCD and it has to be semi-perfect, but you really don't have to. You could just tuck in the edges and you'll be just fine. All right, so here, this is what I was talking about with these cinnamon rolls. Like I said, I wanted to do it a little differently. Usually I'm using a spoon and I'm spooning on the brown sugar mixture, but literally all I did was I softened butter. I'm using sugar in the raw opposed to brown sugar. And I added cinnamon to this, of course. And here we go. So we're rolling this up, and you know, honestly, there's no trick, no gimmicks here. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. I like the center ooey gooey, so I actually put extra sugar on that part. Don't tell nobody. And then from here, it gets really easy, man. These cinnamon rolls are so easy to make. I really highly suggest you try to make these. You know, the total time from start to finish is about 4 hours, but you know, there's plenty of ways to speed this process up. Now, this is me. You don't have to, you can skip this part, but I'm just throwing this whole thing in the freezer so it can firm up real quick, and it makes it so much easier to cut. I mean, look at this. And then listen, don't waste your time. Cut the roll in half, cut it in half again, and then cut it in half again, right? So all the sizes are equal. I get frustrated when I see people make cinnamon rolls, and listen, you don't need a measuring tape, like I said. You just need to cut the roll in half, cut those 2 halves in halves, and then keep going down until you get the proper size, and they're all even. It's no problem. Like I said before, I put it in the freezer, but you can skip this step. And you can speeden up this process by using instant yeast opposed to active dry yeast. And now also, I have some starter in the fridge, but I just wanted to make these quick cinnamon rolls for this video and for my kids, so my kids can have them in the morning. So here we go. If you look at this, I'm putting them close together for a reason. I want them to be stuck together when I go to bake them. So they are actually going to double in size after proofing and baking. They're going to double, and they're going to stick together. And now, this setup right here is just my light oven, but I wanted to speed up the process, obviously, because it was late at night. So I don't suggest you put plastic in your oven, but I'm a professional, so I know what I'm doing. But it was just a way to speeden up the process. You can leave them out room temp to double in size. As you notice, they're slightly bigger. I also took a few of the ends, and you can do this too. I just wanted to show it, but put them in a muffin tin. Now, boom, here we are. I'm not gonna lie, I overbaked these a little bit. I forgot about them. I was editing. The temp was way over what it should have been. But you know, here we go. Now I'm icing them. I wanted to make sure that there's an appropriate amount on each bun. So again, you don't have to do that. You can just slam the icing on there and be totally fine. But for me, I wanted to make sure there was a proper amount on each cinnamon roll. So that's why I piped it on there, but again, not necessary. And then boom, look at this finished product. I was super excited with this. They tasted really good.
That's the chef snack right there. You know, that center is my favorite part.
If I could go back though, I wouldn't use whole wheat flour. I'm not gonna lie, there's something about a cheap cinnamon roll that's just really good. These tasted too fancy. Thanks YouTube for watching. Listen, hit that subscribe button. plenty of more content coming. I'm going to focus more on this platform. So make sure if you watch the full duration of this video, thank you so much. Make sure to hit that follow button. I promise I'm going to bring value.